Oh, let's give it a minute. One watching. Hey Tim, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in tonight. How's the fishing? You doing any tournaments this year? Two watching. You bet. All right. Oh, hey, since you're in here, I'll show you something cool. An FLW tournament angler. I got that when we met in Knoxville last year. I finally found him. Had my childhood hero sign it. I guess that's 2 years ago now, right? Last year. Nobody won anything last year. Hey, are you still with YOLO Tech? That stick? I might look into one of those for the kayak. Keep the camera charged. I'm doing some of the kayak tournaments next year. This year. What's my video pin tweet? Okay. If I remember to. Can do with power pack we also make. Okay. I've got a couple of power packs from Jackery. They sent me some stuff a couple years ago. But I check out Yolatex too. Hopefully some people get in here. I want to talk a little bit tonight. Well, I got some anglers in the room. If somebody can come on panel if they want. I don't know if you've noticed where you are, Tim. This freak weather, but I got some friends in Texas. And did you see the Texas coast that shad and redfish killed down there? But they won't have port to hold the stick like the light ports on boats. Ah, got it. Don't you have a yak attack mount? Can you put the end of a Yolotech in the yak attack mount? Excuse me. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you need the power source, so you need the power pack. I got it. Took me a second. I still have a real job, so I'm trying to recuperate from being at that. Yeah, that fish kill's crazy, ain't it? Like, and I double check, but we hit prototypes. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I saw that fish kill this week. I was wanting to talk. Maybe if Stanley came in, he's a saltwater angler down there too. But I want to talk a little bit about the the pressure on fishing now, the fish kill off of the coast, the weather. But did you know that? I mean, double-edged sword's good and bad. You know there were 10 million new fishing licenses, 10 million new fishing licenses issued last year. I'm happy to see people get out and go fishing, but that's a lot of added pressure. I know all the lakes and streams around here because it's one of the few things people could do. Just crazy, crowded, pressured. Everybody's going to finesse. Definitely worse things you could do with your time, I guess. You still have that lake house on Seminole? Two of them, huh? Wow. Are you allowed to rent them out Airbnbs now? We bought one across the street. Awesome. You still rent it out as an Airbnb? Yep. Okay. Three people watching tonight. You're the only one I see in the chat, Tim. Hmm. Hopefully, some more people come in soon. Pardon me. Apologize. Just one across the street in nutshell. Although we're taking ours off. Just one. Okay. Four people watching. Welcome, whoever the fourth person is. We're talking with our buddy Tim in the chat right now. Tim was one of the first guests I had back when I did these things on Sunday nights. Will be Airbnb. Okay, I'll check it out. Send me a link. I think me and my wife are both ready to blow out of Dodge. Been stuck here too long. We will live in this one every other week. Well, send me a link to the Airbnb one, and maybe if we come down there one week that you're living in the other one across the street, we can meet up, collab, fish together if you want. I ain't making promises. You know, had all these plans for 2020. We saw that happen, but y'all could just stay with us. Okay. Hey, how's your son doing? He still enjoy getting out on the boat with you? Uh, Let me share this link out here. It's fishing. He doesn't like as much as he used to, but he had a pool scare with his mom, so I think it's about water. Oh, that's hard to hear that. Is he doing okay otherwise? Oh, very good. Not much. Okay, very good. Good. Glad to hear it. Hey, Mosier boy, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for coming in tonight. Just talking a little bit with Tim here, catching up. His brother went outside and drained the pool. Zach slid out with all the water. Ah. What are you getting into tonight, that Mosier boy? What's everybody's plans coming up for the fishing season that are in here tonight? I went ice fishing last week. That video will be up next week. No real risk, but it was scary for him. Yeah, I can see that. Actually, I know it's not the same, but one of my first fishing memories ever. I was like 5, and the only reason I probably wasn't even 5 yet. I don't think I was in school. The only reason I even remember it is because the guy I was fishing with was our neighbor, Charlie, and he was my grandfather's best friend. I was raised pretty much by my grandparents growing up as a kid, and I couldn't swim back then. I didn't learn to swim till I was, I don't know, 10 or 11, something like that, right before I lost my grandmother. But I could swim enough to get to shore. That's about it. But I couldn't swim too good back then. Now I can swim like a fish. But we're sitting on this rock on Watts Bar over on Jackson Island. It's a little bit slippery, and he keeps warning me, you're gonna fall off. You're gonna fall off. And then, sure enough, me and Charlie sitting there fishing, and right off that rock I went. And like I said, no real risk. But right off that rock I went, and I was like, I can't swim. I can't swim. I'm scared. And Charlie goes, "You can't swim?" No, I can't swim. Then stand up. I stood up, and the water's about right here, and I was a little guy. So it wasn't over my head or nothing, but I got back up on that rock now. Wasn't a mark on me. Nothing happened. Wasn't a mark on me. And the first thing I said to Charlie is, "Boy, we sure did get skinned up, didn't we?" And Charlie's like, "We? What are you talking about?" But from then on, every time I saw Charlie, and I saw him, and I saw him quite often. It wasn't hello, how you doing, Pace, Kelly. It wasn't nothing like that. It was we sure did get skinned up, didn't we? That was his greeting. That was his hello to me for the next 20 years. But yeah, still scary. Yeah, definitely. Things you don't have control over. Watch my video. I will. Tim, I'll let you know, YouTube doesn't push every video for me. I'm sure it doesn't push every one of my videos for all of y'all. I wish it did. I wish YouTube pushed all my videos for all of you and all your videos for me, but Google doesn't do what I want. Love it. Yeah, that's next 20 years of my life. We sure did get skinned up, didn't we? Wasn't a mark on either one of us, but that was it. Developed a lifelong passion, though. Going fishing with my grandparents. We used to head out every summer. We did this thing called car camping. I know, but you're supposed to stalk my pinned tweets. Yeah, I know. I'm slacking. I'll try. I will. I'll definitely watch it. I'll go check your tweets out. I've been essential through all this too, so I'm working like a rented mule. Although I have gotten some social media traction the past couple of weeks, so now I've got a little confidence and motivation to get cracking back at it. But after being stuck here for almost a year, we might take you up on that lake house offer. Tim just offered us to come stay with him at his lake house in Seminole. Seminole, it's on the Florida-Georgia line. He said do it. After being stuck, everybody being stuck here for a year, I'm so ready to get out and see different things. We went to Erie last year because it was as far as we could go. You wasn't allowed out of the state without having to quarantine, you know. And even Erie, you know, restaurants are shut down and stuff like that. We had a good time though. We went out on a walleye charter. Caught a mess of walleye. Still got walleye in the freezer. Walleye and steelhead. I'd like to come down there and break my PB with you. PB's 4.6. You think I could break it down there? I know that's pathetic for a lot of people's PBs, but I've never been that great of a bass angler, I guess. Definitely, I've caught that off our dock. Thanks. You've caught the PB off your dock. Cool. Down there like 4.6 and what, crappie? We'll get you out on the new bird. New bird. You got a Phoenix? Your new boat, a Phoenix? Is that the new bird? Cheeky. Caught that off her dock. Rub it in, Tim. Yep, new Phoenix. That was a nice boat. I have a kayak. I was hoping a couple more people would come in here, but now have you noticed, Tim, where you're at? What I wanted to talk about tonight was the change in fishing. Have you noticed, like, I don't know, fishing's not as good or as better or true, lots of threes, fours. Okay. Has this freak weather affected any of you all in your area? This weather nobody's used to getting. I went ice fishing. I mean, it's not the same. Obviously, we're used to the weather. Well, actually, we're not. We've been having mild winters past few years, but we went ice fishing Saturday, and I didn't get a bite. Caught a couple of creek chubs to wash the skunk off on the way home. Not adversely, but the fish are confused. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, is it going? Because usually late February, I would think late February in Florida, they're getting ready to move up for spawn, right? Yeah, they want to get to the bank to spawn, and then hard cold front, rinse, repeat. Mm. So they don't know if it's time to spawn or not. I don't know if I've ever seen it happen, but I wonder what would happen if a cold front like that came through after they spawned. South Florida, they start in October. Here, January to April. Okay, they start spawning in October. Man, you Florida boys do have an unfair advantage, don't you? What are you catching them on this year? What's been your go-to bait? There are old guys that swear they spawn year-round on Okeechobee. They might watch video. Okay, Tim. Okay, okay. I'll watch your video. You don't make consistent video content, so I don't get that algorithm a lot. Very little fishing. Oh man, a lot more, a lot more working than fishing this year. I have been, maybe to my wife's chagrin, but last year with all those shortages, when everybody started fishing, you couldn't find stuff. So now when I go into I don't know, I think it's law when you walk into Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop, you got to spend $200, right? I mean, that's a rule. They arrest you if you don't. It's tweets. Okay. All right. Here, Tim Razel. Where are you, buddy? Okay, I'm going to your tweet page. Pin tweet. All right. As soon as this live's over, I'll go watch your pin tweet. All right. Here, I can even show you. See, right there. I've got it up on the home page, ready to watch it as soon as this live's over. Right now on porch listening to huge bull gator growling. It's mating time. How fun are those running into on the water? No biggie. Get used to them. I hear that gators attacking humans is actually very, very, very rare. They don't really even notice you're there. Unless you're like, I guess miniature size, small size, and you look like a male. I've never had an issue. They usually bolt. Only stupid people. World's full of those. Pardon me. You grew up down here knowing to be careful. Snakes, gators, etc. Yeah, and think about Florida. There's a lot of stuff down there to kill you. Actually, it's funny though. You think I mentioned this in the video one time. Florida's got these by the millions too, but um, you think like sharks, gators, and all that you have, pythons, and all that you have in Florida. Do you know what animal kills more people in the world year round than any other, than all the rest of them combined? Stupid mosquito. I'd almost rather deal with a gator and a mosquito. Malaria, dengue, Zika. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I read that somewhere once. Did I think I missed it in a gun video. A mosquito kills more than every other animal combined. One of the biggest spreaders of disease. Maybe the biggest spreader of disease. Now your house on Seminole, it's on the Georgia side, right? Get some idiot on. I had to show your comment on YouTube here. got hit for some reason. Got some idiot on a golf course jacking around with one, and boom, yeah. 90% of the lake is Georgia. %10 is Florida Chattahoochee River. Chattahoochee. Chattahoochee runs all the way through Alabama, don't it? We're only like 6 miles from the Florida-Georgia line. Yeah, I think it does run all the way to Alabama. May even run further than that. Let me Google it. Yeah, it runs from southern half of the Alabama and Georgia border, as well as a portion of the Florida-Georgia border. So Seminole's a reservoir off the Chattahoochee, like Watts Bar or Fort Loudon off the Tennessee. Okay. So Seminole's a reservoir fed by the Chattahoochee. Gotcha. Every time I hear that river, I think of Alan Jackson. Flint River, Chattahoochee, and Spring Creek. Flint River. I spent some time in Georgia, so I know some of these rivers. I've spent time in Florida, but just visiting. I actually spent some time in Georgia. Georgia borders Tennessee, so we have Chickamauga. We share Chickamauga with Georgia. Three fingers feed it. Yep. Just remember, there's another in Oklahoma, Flint River. There's also one in Michigan, Flint River. There's a Flint River in Oklahoma. There's Flint River, Michigan. There's a Flint River, Georgia. Thank you. No Chick Lake. No Chick Lake. What's Chick Lake? Oh, in Oklahoma. Chick Lake also. Gotcha. Gotcha. Give me a second. Chickamauga. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. I only know the one on the Tennessee Georgia border, Chickamauga, uh, right south near Chattanooga. Well, it was near Chattanooga for me. I think it's above Rome on the Georgia side. It reminds me, you said Oklahoma, and I got to enter the Jimmy Fish with Jimmy Houston contest again this week. Yep, Buddy Gross Home Lake. Although he's just as deadly here on Seminole. Okay. Is he fishing the BASS now? Or did he go over to the MLF? I saw a video actually the other day. I was going to ask you about this. Yep, elites. Okay. I was going to ask you about this the other day. I saw a video the other day about that the five fish, the well, FLW is no longer a thing, but the BAS method. Take your five biggest fish in a live well, take them, miles away to weigh them, and then, excuse me, take them miles away to weigh them, and then release them back because there's something like a 30% delayed mortality rate in some of these tournaments. They were saying that maybe make that 5 tournaments a year that are like that, the big ones like the Classic, these big 5 tournaments, and modeling excuse me, and modeling the other tournaments, the MLF style, where you don't take them back, you weigh them on the boat and measure them, or like kayaks do, to lower the delayed mortality rate and kind of rebuild some fisheries. Yikes, never been that bad except summertime. I have no idea. I read somewhere though that in some of these big tournaments you can have up to like a 30% delayed mortality rate. That may be a bunch of BS, but or even a number just to make it sound scary, but we are talking about things that are happening to fishing, and I have noticed that there are some lakes and watering that used to be good. They're just crapped out now around me, and I'm hearing that from a lot of other people. The FLW's always ran about 2%. 2% ain't bad. That ain't bad. Like there are some water uh, or some fisheries down south that have been like hit really hard in their the health of their fish, especially like in Texas now after this freak weather. They're even possibly considering seasons and slot limits. But yes, delay mortality is high in hot weather. Yeah, I mean, it happens, but if we can prevent it, you know. Like I like the five biggest fish, but I also like the MLF's Marshall on the boat method. So because in kayak tournaments, it's your five biggest fish, but it's catch and release. So it's your five biggest photos. Of course, you know there are ways to cheat, and this guy got in trouble not too long ago for it. It'd break my heart if I caught like a 10-pounder or something. Following week, saw it belly up. Yes, but 260 boats in Toyota series. Well, let's see, 260 boats at 5 fish each. So if the delayed mortality rate is in the summer higher than say it's 5%, assuming all 250 get a 5 fish limit, could never find that many refs. You probably could actually. We don't fish in summer. Well, in Pennsylvania, we can't fish until summer. Yeah, because you can't fish till summer. We can't tournament fish in spring here. So we can't tournament fish until June 12th. They can't even get enough marshals for elites. Yeah. I think you have to turn it into like other pro sports, you have to turn it into a career. Like referees in the NFL, that's what they do for a living. They're referees in the NFL. So I believe marshals and pro fishing are volunteers, right? Yellow Tech and video. You stream here. Hello from Morgan. Hello, the Reef Robert. Thanks for coming in tonight. Appreciate you joining us. We're talking a little tour fishing here, how we make it better, or if we can make it better, or if it's worse now, I guess. Like, I don't know the answer, Tim. I've done it and worth every penny I spent. Marshall? I mean, it sounds like fun. But required. Yes, actually, they pay to do it. Okay. Required video all day. Co-angler weighs Pro, Pro weighs VO. Okay. See a co-angler. Okay, gotcha. Man, that's an idea. Video is insurance. You know what? That's yeah, and that's you think about it. With technology the way that it is now, video would just be the answer. I mean, that's how kayak tournaments are done by camera or video, then release immediately. Yeah. Now, the only issue is it's a weight tournament. So how would we regulate the scales? Like I've seen people manipulate that trough for kayaks, but they've made it where you can only use in kayak tournaments where you can only use those certain kind of troughs, and the troughs that you can use now can't be manipulated. Two guys who don't know each other. Yeah, but wouldn't the scales have to be all calibrated exactly the same? So would you like hand out scales? Like the MLF, all the marshals have the scales, right? And they could be like Connect scales, where they're set up on a Wi-Fi, so that the weight, the video is insurance as well, but the weight is also digitally posted from being weighed, right? So if you had the scales connected to the server or the app or whatever you're using, plus the video that was live streaming, I think you could do it with a co-angler like that. Too many dead areas. Yeah, that would be like you were saying, the video for insurance. You city boys in your cell network. There's a lot of dead areas up here too, man. Halftime on water, I never have a signal. Okay, then it'd have to be a video. So did all the FLW guys go over to BASS? Like I know Scott Martin did. I think Brian Latimer did. The same way Co and Pro are a CK against cheating, I could work on way releases. Not all. Some of them went to MLF. I know Jacob Wheeler went to MLF, but he went to MLF before. But he left FLW for BASS and then went to MLF. Latimer is back to FLW. I didn't think FLW was still a thing. Dude, 13 years with them, I'll probably always say FLW. I gotcha. Um, all right. Well, I got you here, Tim. Let's take a prediction. Who wins the Bassmaster Classic this year? It's now called MLF Pro Tour. Yeah. I don't hate the MLF. I think it's an interesting concept. Texas, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's in, was it Lake Fork? No, it's not Lake Fork. Is it Sam Rayburn, maybe? Mm-hmm. I'm going to look it up now. Ray Roberts. Ray Roberts, not Sam Rayburn. I said Sam Ray. Ray Roberts. Ray Roberts. Yeah, Ray Roberts, Texas. You know, Ray Roberts ain't that big. Cruz, owner of Missile Baits. That is home lake. Gotta take that into consideration. Me and you both picked 2019. Me and you both got Ott Defoe. Like it's just too much of an advantage if it's your home lake. My early off wall pick. No. Look how high Peter North area. Yeah. Hello, Peter. I was hit with a fishing fine. Said I need a cooler for fish. Hmm. Cruise. I said, look, they can take a bath back and only take a bath for 3. Although historically speaking, home lake is not an advantage. Well, Ott was also in the top 5 leader pack going into that in Fort Loudon. And Fort Loudon is a little bit of an advantage if it's your home lake. Knowing that Tennessee River system is an advantage because knowing where it turns, where the structures are. I think home lake's an advantage if you know it really well. Um, for obvious reasons, I kind of like Kelly J. He's got a cool name. I think Kelly J has a shot. Oh, he spells it differently. And Jacob Wheeler's still in BASS, right? All those guys, all those MLF guys, are they still eligible for the Classic? Are they fishing both events? A lot of them fish opens, but not elites. Only if they qualify through opens. Gotcha. Is Jacob Wheeler still elites? 'Cause he's had a lot of top five finishes. Matter of fact, he was third in the Loudon one, right? He was leading them until day two. No, yeah, okay. All right. Well, guys, I think this hour is going to wrap up this week's live. Hey, Tim, I really appreciate you coming in, man. It's always nice talking with you. I might actually hit you up on that lake house, don't? I think me and everybody around here is ready to get out of Dodge. I'm going to go watch your pin tweet tonight and see what you got going on. Uh, Peter, thanks for coming in. Mosier Boy, thanks for coming in tonight. Do it. All right, Tim. Um, but Tim, I'm gonna go watch that video you've been bugging me about all night. So I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Have a good night.